I'll stick with a actual chicken meat that's like sliced strips. Right, they do. You're not wrong. They do really like to make stuff explode on Mythbusters or drop like cars into the water from tall heights. All right, so there is a buttercream rose. We got to make 3 of those. Just don't. Just don't. Don't do it. That's right. That's right, soldier. No. So the video that I watched was purely educational. It wasn't meant to like throw chicken nuggets under the bus. They weren't trying to get you to not eat the chicken nuggets. Let's put it that way. All right. I don't know why, but the boop always makes me laugh. Thank you for playing that music, Sculpin. Keeps me awake. I just swallowed a whole ice cube. Oh boy. Text in light pink. All right, we're gonna do our writing and then we are gonna do our next cake, which is a decorator's choice. Do I like Cheez-Its? Yeah. What got me into streaming cake decorating? That's a very, very good question. A long while ago, I was playing a game that was a mobile game that you could like talk to your teammate. It's called Brawl Stars. And you can like make friends on there. Like you can add them as a friend and you can do battles with them. And there was one person in particular that we had a lot of fun battling together. We played really well together and we talked a lot about like strategery and stuff like that. And he suggested, because I had lots of questions and he was going to like go on vacation or something. And so I wasn't going to be able to play with him for quite some time. And he suggested that I go on Twitch and search for Brawl Stars. I had no idea what Twitch was. And so back in 2018 or 2019, I don't quite remember, it might have been 18, I went on to Twitch for the very first time. And I found a stream that streamed Brawl Stars. And I talked with McDee's. He still streams from time to time. He streamed Brawl Stars, and I got to know his community. We talked a lot, and they ended up finding out that I am a cake decorator. And he suggested, well, first he asked if I ever thought about streaming cake decorating, and I was like, what? no, people wouldn't want to watch that. And he's like, really? And so he asked the community, we were all in there, and he's like, come on, chat, what do you think? Would you watch Kelly Cakes decorate cakes on stream? And everyone was like, ooh, yeah, I would. So then I just kind of started. And now here we are. Here we are making cakes on Twitch. The rest is history. Nobody wants to watch that. I know, right, soldier? I was like, nah, people wouldn't watch. So now here we are. Because McDee's said, you should stream it. Nah, too boring. No one wants to watch that. Oh. So here we are. A few life-changing streams later. Here we are, partnered on Twitch. Got the fancy little check mark, which is really cool having, but I am just me. We are only here to count the snorts. Stop. I saw nothing. I didn't. I was just minding my own business, dear. If you want to lick your screen, go ahead. It's not my fault if it's dusty. All right, so we have a vanilla cake now. I want to make sure that my frosting is nice and smooth, so I'm going to fill up my mixer and whip it up a little bit. Just give me 1 second. So streaming is so much more than I ever thought it could be, right? I've met so many cool people. I've started so many awesome friendships with people all over. You're running out of gas. Oh no. You get yourself to bed, get your sleep. Or if you're actually literally running out of gas, you should not be talking while you're driving. Get to the gas station or go to bed. Good night, buddy. Thank you so much for the raid. I really, really appreciate you. You are amazing. No Smurfs were hurt in the making of the gloves, okay? Okay, I gotta get another bucket. Oh boy. You don't do that. You don't do that to your spouse, okay? That's a good way to get kicked out of bed. So like you need a bodyguard to go get your treats. That bucket is single serve. Are you kidding me? I can frost and decorate like 8 cakes. I can do like 8 cakes with that. Ah, you usually have people go with you. That's a good random question. Oh, y'all, do you prefer alone time or do you prefer to be with people? Oh no, that's right, party healer. Hi, Snapple. Snapple, things are going great. Life is busy. How about yourself? Both, but you spend more time alone. You prefer people at a distance? Oh, man. You need both. Okay. Aw, very good. Very good. Yeah, we just made a cute little pink cake. We're getting ready to do another floral cake. In the description for this next order, chat, the request is happy, colorful flowers. Alone time unless your partner comes to my house. I also live with roommates. Got it. Yeah, it really depends on your living situation. Right, sleepy wifey. I understand that. So if you want to see cakes that I've done in the past, you can check out the Instagram. The Instagram has a lot of cakes that I've done. Well, we just finished one. It had 3 pink roses with hot pink flowers or borders. Okay, so that's a wonderful question, Pugs. That is a very valid question. Let me show you. Let me show you. Visuals are always better, right? So here is the frosting straight out of the bucket. I'll give you a close-up. You see all the little air bubbles and all of that, all the little gaps and whatnot. We're going to give that just a second longer, and I'm going to show you an up-close of a mixed frosting, freshly whipped frosting. Not all frostings are able to do this. The recipe that we made is able to do this. So there's lots of frostings out there. If you whip up your buttercream like this, it's actually going to wreck it. But with the ingredients and the amounts that are in here, let me show you. Let me show you right quick. Ah, thank you, Snapple. All right, let me give you an up-close look of a whipped frosting. You see how much smoother that is? It's like deliciously smooth, right? It works out the air bubbles, gets it nice and perfectly smooth like butter. Yeah, of course. All right, we're going to do a little bit of a crumb coat. I wonder why. No idea. So I'm going to do a little bit of a crumb coat. I don't always do crumb coats, but sometimes they're necessary. Since this cake has been sitting out at room temperature for a while, I feel that a crumb coat is needed. And crumb coats are very, very thin. You can usually see the frosting or the cake through the frosting. And it's just to kind of tuck everything in, get all the crumbs pressed against the cake so they don't move around on you. Aw, sleepy. Definitely sounds like someone I would get along with. All right, we got to come up with our color scheme. This is a Good Luck Kim cake writing. And the description is decorator's choice with an explanation of wanting happy, colorful flowers. So let's make it happy, shall we? So what do you think? Should we do like sunset colors, like pinks and coral and maybe orange, yellow, kind of goldeny sunset? That seems happy. What do y'all think? There's a golden. There's a pink. Let's make up, ooh, here's a pretty color there. And then let's do, ooh, we're gonna do a couple little pops of red. That might be too dark. Let me see this one. This is a little bit more muted. Might be a little bit too pink. Actually, I changed my mind. That's perfect. All right, we got our floral sunset going on here. Can't wait. Can't wait. This is going to be beautiful. Well, it's going to be beautiful to me. I hope they like it. All right, florals. We are gonna do a little bit of ombre, which goes from lighter to darker, or no color down to color. We'll have some of this go up, and then we're going to do a little bit of a spatula texture. And it's a lot of like pulling it up and then pulling the white down into the color. And then I'll pull the color up one more time. And then I'll usually decide, depending on how it looks, if I need to pull the white back down into the color, which I'm thinking it actually looks perfect. And we'll leave it just like that. Time does pass. Time goes way too fast. Especially when you're having fun, especially when you have a lot to do. Time tends to fly. All right, let's do some roses. We'll do some daisies. Then how about we do some chrysanthemums? Chrysanthemums are always fun. If you use the chrysanthemum tip and you put like a green frosting, you can make it look like a succulent. We've done quite a few succulent cakes on stream. We have a display cake of that, and so we end up doing quite a few orders for cacti, for succulents, make it kind of look deserty. Those can look pretty cool. All right, we have all our different tips. We have rose tips, succulent tip, and we also, or a mum tip, and then we also have this little itty bitty tip. It looks like a star. I'll show it to you here in just a second. So it looks like a star, but then there's a little piece of metal. There's like a little round dot of metal in there. When I squeeze it, you can see how it kind of makes it look like a flower, right? So we're going to do lots of little babies clustered together to make it look like a cluster of baby flowers. And that's going to be kind of like our accent, right? Okay, so this is the back side right here. Let's make up some roses. So the number of cakes that I do are determined by the orders that I have and how many empty spots are in the store. So if there's empty spots, I have to fill those. And then orders, I have to finish the order for the customer. So each day is completely different. I would say that I average probably around 14. But the record that I've decorated in a single stream was 47. Oh my gosh, Isa. Oh my gosh, how are you? I missed you. I was like, wait a minute. I have TTS in my ear, and I was like, wait a minute. Why does that name sound familiar? It doesn't read it very good in my ear. How are you? It's so good to see you. What have you been up to? Yes, we do have flower Russian tips here. You hear shenanigans. Shenanigans what? Is of order? I mean, yeah. Yes. Existing and working. I mean, that keeps you out of trouble, right? You're not causing trouble. I get into trouble every night here. In the most PG way possible, of course. Us moms gotta be moms. I hope not. All right, we're gonna do a chrysanthemum. Yes, it's all PG. When it's not PG, then people get timed out. Whoop, that was a boop. People get timed out or sent to the corner. Or banned if it's really bad. All right.
Here for the yum-yums.
Y'all are here for the yum-yums.
Are you having cake?
That is a chrysanthemum. A white rose. You want to have some white little baby roses on here? I could do that. Thank you. Thank you, Issa. I appreciate you. All right, we can do little baby roses that are white. They're going to be like little corkscrew ones. It's decorator's choice. They wanted happy flowers that are colorful. So that's what I'm doing. I'm happy while making them. No, yeah, we'll make it be nice, dear. All right, we're going to do little baby ones. So just like a little corkscrew rose. Yes, and oh my gosh. So not only am I still streaming, I got the fancy check mark, my friend. How fun is that? I never would have thought. If you would have told me back when we were watching Connor that was going to happen, I'd be like, whatever. It's pretty cool. It's a badge of honor. Yes, people like the cake. People like the cake and the shenanigans and stuff like that. Aw, thank you. I could give you a hug. You're sweet. As chat likes to say, they're here for the yum-yums. Well, at least they like to play that sound alert. Aw, sleepy. Sleepy wifey. Y'all are very sweet. Oh my gosh, Isa. I don't live in Minnesota anymore. We moved to Kentucky. I'm a Kentucky girl. I live in Kentucky with the horses and the bourbon. We're actually in the process of building our forever home. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. Got out of the cold. Sleepy wifey. I've been there, done that. I am very familiar with that. Me and my youngest do that to each other. It starts with the I love you to the moon and back, and then slowly but gradually, we're like way out far in outer space and who knows where. And then we start going back and forth, back and forth. See, I love that. Kids are awesome. They're just like little sponges that absorb all the information. I think it's so neat. When my kids were like little babies, like toddlers and whatnot, everywhere I would go with them, driving, at the grocery store, out shopping, to the park, like just as we're going everywhere, I would just talk about everything that we were seeing, everything we were doing. I would ask them for help at the grocery store. I would pretend like I couldn't find something at the grocery store, and I'd say, oh, I'm looking for the noodles. They come in a green package. And like, obviously I knew where the noodles were, but I got them to pay attention to their surroundings and just like be observant. And man, I loved that phase of life. I loved it. I enjoyed it when they were little like that. Corey, thank you so much for hanging out and being awesome. You have a good night. Sleep well, friend. Oh my gosh, and like baking in the kitchen with them when they were so tiny. they had to sit on the counter to help